Welcome, angels, to Buzzard's Corner of Love. Think outside the box, where you can have new inventions. You can also, angels, have leaps of faith happen. You can also have new ideas and new experiences in building trust in oneself as you choose to think outside the box. That and so much more. I am Heather Buzzard of Buzzard's Corner of Love, bringing people back to themselves where we uplift and inspire you to become who you truly came here to be. Angels, we're continuing our September theme of the month, celebration and harvest. And today we're journeying and focusing on reflection and gratitude. Yet first, grab your favorite drink, sit back and relax. And today, angels, when I chose this drink, it took me back to being a kid. Hawaiian punch. I remember as a child, I always desired Hawaiian punch, but yet we had Tang growing up. So, angels, I get to sip my favorite drink of Hawaiian punch. So, sit back and grab your drink and enjoy an excellent conversation. Reflection and gratitude. We put a post over on our website calling reflection, are you comfortable? And I shared a personal experience that I just went through over there on our website. So you can check that out at buzzardscorner.com, BUZZARDSKORNER, buzzardscorner with a K.com. Click on the blog link and you will see the posting reflection. Are you comfortable? Yet, gratitude is important. Reflection and gratitude are both important. And you may ask, why is gratitude important? Gratitude reduces the negative energy and increases what is positive through gratitude. When you're giving thanksgiving and appreciation, then that expands in your world. And when you're thinking on the negative or on doubt or fear, that expands in your world. And angels, I have an experience that I just went through that I can testify to that. I've been creating this experience in my life to come into my life. This certain experience came into my life. And when it showed up, I questioned it. I doubted it. I questioned myself. I doubted myself. And I lost interest in myself. And this has all happened in consciousness. And knowing that life is a mirror, that is exactly what that situation reflected back to me. So for me to shift or to change, because it's still, I still have the opportunity, then for me, I am choosing to focus back on the positive. And that's when it means with gratitude. When you focus on the positive and you're giving thanks for what is, whether you see it or not, then that is what is going to manifest. Yet again, if you focus on the negative, doubt, fear, and worry and all of that, then that too is what will manifest, because the law is no discerner of persons. And I went through that personal experience just recently, angels. Also, gratitude enhances resilience and it fosters a positive mindset. And I needed to be reminded, and I'm reminding myself through this show as well as you, about how powerful gratitude is, because I allowed myself to get off path for just a moment. And I allowed myself to go into that doubt, worry, and disbelief, and wondering and questioning and trying to decipher and playing, just doing all kinds of talking it to death, all kinds of things. Yet now I'm at a point where I'm understanding that it's shifting back into that mindset of gratitude, appreciation, allowing life to unfold, being appreciative of what is coming, and recognizing what shows up, even though it may not look what I think it should look like. And angels, we as humans have a lot of issue with that. When things show up in our lives, we think that it needs to look one particular way, and I'm speaking to myself. And when it doesn't look that way, then we just discount it. I'm speaking to myself. And yet, what I am telling myself just now in this moment is that it is better for one to stay open and to just allow and explore the experience before just cutting it off. Also, gratitude improves your self-esteem and you have better heart health. That is true. When I went through that open heart surgery, angels, and I went into that hospital, in and out of that hospital all of last year, even though my experience was what some would call negative, we have videos up on here on our YouTube page that you can go back and look at that we did while we were in the hospital, giving thanks and appreciation to the doctors, the nurses, the fact that we had such great care, that we were able to be in a hospital and to get such great care. So gratitude really went a long way, and it did help my heart heal on a quick basis. And it was attitude. Gratitude is attitude, and it does give you a healthy heart, appreciation, and it does foster your self-esteem. Because the doctor told me if it wasn't for me advocating for myself, that heart surgery may have never taken place. Self-esteem, angels, worthiness, gratitude gives you that. Also, it helps you build a stronger immune system. And that's one thing that I say, I don't get sick. I'm grateful and appreciative after I went through all of what I went through in that experience. That was for me to get back into balance with my health. And I believe one of the reasons is because I do deep breathing, I exercise, I drink water, I get outside and be outside in nature. And all these are beneficial, angels, in helping you have a stronger immune system and building a stronger immune system. Also, improving your sleep. Gratitude gives you the ability to sleep at night. How many of us have insomnia? How many of us wake up in the middle of the night and are unable to go back to sleep? That is one thing that I'm grateful and appreciative of. I am able to sleep through the night, and I do have a pattern. I go to bed at a consistent time, usually 9 times out of 10, and I wake up at a certain time. Yet that's all to my body clock. So it's meditation helps you get into alignment with your body clock. And meditation allows you a sound, peaceful sleep. Exercising releases tension. If you're willing to do stretches before you go to sleep at night, you have a better night's rest. Drinking water helps you feel better as you rest at night. You also, angels, have fewer aches and pains. When you're in a space of gratitude, you're giving thanks for the health of your body, for the agility, for the fact that it moves, that you can walk, that you can talk, that you're able to function. And I was sitting just the other day in a restaurant, and it was really interesting because a thought came to me that I held in my mind, and it was an old thought of my father's, who has since passed, God rest his soul. Yet that thought was a very limiting thought about my mental abilities. And when I was sitting in this restaurant, I seen a group of mentally disabled people. And Spirit said to me, Heather, that isn't you. Yet for you to carry that thought, what does that say about where you think you are? And that hit me. And I was like, wow. So when we're in a space of gratitude and appreciation, then we can look at our thoughts that don't serve us and be willing to let them go. And I've seen that multiple times since that day. I've seen different experiences to show me that that is an old thought and to let that go. And it brings healthier habits into our life. When we let go of old negative thoughts, angels, or old negative ideas, your habits and you become a healthier person. You choose to eat differently and you choose to do things differently. I notice for myself personally, when I do go out to eat, I'm choosing different foods, healthier foods, foods that aren't fried, grilled items, salads, soups, things of that nature. And it's healthier for my body, or so I think. So you may ask, well, how does also relationship, in the relationship area, gratitude strengthens your relationship where you are practicing appreciation and you're giving thanks to the persons or people in your life. Because when that is occurring, then they feel appreciated, and life is a mirror, and they can only mirror that back to you. An experience that I had that experience, angels. I was mirroring appreciation and gratitude, and that was mirrored back to me. And the small me that can self-sabotage ourselves started questioning, doubting, and all of that. Yet I showed myself that these principles do work, especially in the relationship area. Also, angels, it helps you build a stronger bond. Gratitude and appreciation helps you build a stronger bond. Just think about it. A friend you may have, or a sister, cousin, a aunt, uncle, grandparent, whatever it may be. You appreciate and are grateful for them, and that bond is there because of that. I myself personally have a god brother in my life, and I appreciate and am grateful for his insight and the fact that we're able to bounce conversations off one another. And because of that, it has strengthened our bond. So right there in your life, if you know somebody or if you have somebody in your life that is that way, then that is proof right there of gratitude and appreciation. Also, angels, it promotes pro-social behavior, not anti-social. It promotes pro-social. When we're in a space of gratitude, acceptance, and thankfulness, we're willing to extend our hand to help another. We're willing to have more empathy and compassion for another. And having more empathy and compassion for another uplifts this planet. We ask ourselves, why is the world the way it is today? Well, angels, we are the ones living in this world, and the world is the way it is because of the way that we choose to think about people, races, culture, politics, religion, sex, education, money, fame, fortune, all of that. And because we've got our focus on the outside materialistic items, we are chasing the world. And the world is really actually going to hell in a handbasket, actually, if you look at the news. So pull your energy back to yourself. Bring yourself back to yourself and focus on your inner world. And in your inner world, there's gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness. And life will mirror that back to you. Like the Bible says, on this day, whom do you choose to serve? The world or God? It is always your choice. It also promotes harmony. Gratitude is a much softer energy. And because it is a softer energy, it does promote harmony. And when it promotes harmony, we're more, like we said, we're more helpful with others and more likely to help others because of that harmony, the empathy, and the compassion. And like we said, you can see and appreciate things in life through another's perspective when we allow that empathy to open. And right now, angels, in our world, we don't have empathy. We don't have compassion. We don't give a damn about the next person. That's what the world shows us. And you wonder why that is, because in our consciousness, we don't give a damn about ourselves. As harsh as that may seem, yet that is the truth. Collective consciousness is what creates this world. You can't blame it on anybody or anything outside of yourself. Yet when we are in harmony and we are in tune with ourselves, that collective consciousness will create harmony and balance as well. And that is a space that we are moving into as a collective. We aren't there yet we are moving into that space. And it starts on an individual basis, angels. One by one. We make up the world. We're asking the world to change. Well, the world only changes when we choose to change within. So, reflection. It turns raw experiences into meaningful, actionable knowledge. When we reflect on what it is that we choose to be, do, and have, or what it is that we didn't choose to be, do, and have, then that reflection energy brings it into action, because then a choice is made and we go into action with what we have reflected on, and that action brings personal growth. I have experienced it in my life, and for those of you who have followed me from the time that I started blogging in 2012 to now here in 2025 doing YouTube, I have witnessed the personal growth in my life. So knowing that reflection can help you grow, embrace it. Also, angels, it forges a stronger neutral network in your brain, where is naturally our brains are naturally wired for reflection. Yet how many of us run from it, drink it, drug it, sex it, gamble it, shop it, internet it, do whatever we can so we don't have to reflect? And yet that is how our brains are naturally wired, because reflection is a positive tool. And that's what we're getting at here. Putting that reflection is a positive tool, and to don't be afraid of it, embrace it. Also, angels, it enhances your memory by connecting new information with existing knowledge. So when you're reflecting, you are connecting your new information, the new information that you've reflected on your growth, and you're connecting that with existing knowledge. I'll give you an example. I was reflecting just recently on the opposite of what I've asked for. And I said, well, Heather, that doesn't match your personal growth. That's one example. Another example of reflection is I seen a picture of me about 4 years ago. And I saw that and I reflected back on that picture and who I am today. And I was able to see that what I was learning then caught up with me now, and it is reflecting in me now. So that's reflection energy, angels, and it works for you if you choose to work it. Also, it strengthens your identity, and it links your emotions and your memories to form a personal narrative. I'll say that again. It strengthens your identity, and it links your emotions and the meaning to form a personal narrative in your life. So when you're doing reflection of your own life, then you can create your own narrative. It isn't the world's narrative. It isn't your parents' narrative. It isn't your aunts, your uncles, your friends, societies, social media, TV. It is your own narrative about yourself. Angels, that is empowerment. That is power. Are you afraid of your own power? Ask yourself that. Because we really truly are powerful beings. And because we are so powerful, a part of us, well, the ego knows that and does everything in its power to stop us from tapping into that. Yet the energy is here and the time is now. So for those of us who are willing to tap into that spiritual energy and allow reflection, gratitude, appreciation come into our life, thankfulness, and use it on a daily basis consistently, then we will reap our harvest. And angels, it just hit me. Here I am doing a show about harvest, seeds that I planted years back, and my harvest came into fruition. Recognition, being able to recognize what it is, even though it doesn't show up the way that we think that it ought to. And one thing that I am in the process of doing with myself is reminding myself to don't beat myself up about it, that anything that is truly mine can't be missed, and that spirit always gives us other opportunities. So the same with you as well, angels. Reflection energy is powerful, and if you reflect on something and you say, well, you feel that you've missed that opportunity, or you won't come around again, or you won't have that chance, don't believe that lie. And don't beat up on yourself because of what you did or did not do. Awesome. Reflection increases self-awareness, emotional intelligence. It enhances your empathy. It promotes emotional uh, re- reflection and recognition. It also improves your problem-solving skills, and it prevents stagnation in your life. And angels, this is not a coincidence, because just the other day I had some mold that was removed from this space. And I looked up the spiritual meaning of mold, and that is stagnation. So it isn't a coincidence that that stagnation has been removed, because now the energies truly can flow. So where is the knowing that gratitude and reflection, appreciation and thankfulness prevents you from being stagnated. It helps you to move forward. It gives you the opportunity to solve your problems, to improve your emotional well-being, to have integrity, to have a healthy body, to feel good about who you are. So we may say, well, the words of gratitude and appreciation, thankfulness, and harvest, what does that mean? Well, I will tell you, angels, gratitude will bring you anything you desire in life. Appreciation will open up doors that man can't. Try it for yourself. I've done it. I've experienced it. Some doors I've walked through, angels, and other doors I've slammed shut. And by my unawareness. Yet today, because of those experiences, I am becoming more and more aware. And that is what life is about. Moving toward more and more awareness of who and whose we are. So, angels, our theme of the month is celebration and harvest. And today we spoke about reflection and gratitude. That is a harvest, and that is a celebration, because those are tools of empowerment for your life. Reflection and gratitude. Thank you, Spirit. I'm grateful and appreciative to every listener under the sound of this voice. I'm grateful and appreciative to YouTube for having this show on a weekly basis. I'm grateful and appreciative of being one to step out and put this energy out into the universe, and to hold the space for others to take that leap of faith into the fourth, fifth dimensions of life. Angels, that's what we're here for, bringing people back to themselves. So in knowing that gratitude and in knowing that reflection are positive energies in your life, we leave you with this. How will you use reflection, and how will you use gratitude going forward from this day? Knowing that life is a choice, what is it that you choose? Angels, we are so grateful and appreciative of you being here. Next week is my birthday. So my brother is coming into town from Texas. He will be here on Monday. So we won't be on Tuesday. We will be returning on the 29th with our show, Spiritual Balance. That'll be a great show. Yet in the meantime, on our YouTube channel, we'll post some videos of my brother and I's excursions as we go do the Hollywood tour, and we're going out to Catalina Island and going out to the beach and all of that. So we'll put up some videos, and he'll say hi on the videos as well. You'll be able to meet my brother. I am looking forward to that. My birthday is next Friday on the 26th, so I will be celebrating that as well, angels. 55, that's a turning point. I am proud to be here in this space. Angels, we look forward to seeing you not next week, the week after next. And know that I say happy birthday to myself and spiritual balance on the 29th. In the meantime, angels, you can always go to BUZZARDSKORNER.com, BUZZARDSKORNER, Buzzards Corner with a K.com. Check out our new blog posting today, Reflection. Are you comfortable? We shared another example over there in our blog posting that we went through as well. So check that out. Also over at BUZZARDSKORNER.com, and we've got our links our link in the chat below. We have our coaching packages. If you're looking for phone support, personal support, group support, we have that over there as well. We've got our ebook, 8 Easy Steps to Improve Your Life Now. And our other book, 5 Pillars for Life or Death. What are you choosing? Great tools, angels, to help you on your spiritual path. You can get that at lulu.com. One's an ebook and one's a softback book. So, and also our life memoir, Breaking Shame, Reclaiming My Identity. I am so excited about that, angels. That'll be out soon too. So just know next week we are off, but we will see you back on the 29th for Spiritual Balance. Until then, I am Heather Buzzard of Buzzard's Corner of Love, bringing people back to themselves.